And that's the player introductions completed. So in just a few moments, we'll be back and ready for action. Great to have you with us. We are set to get you over the hump this Wednesday night with another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill, and giving us the rundown from the sidelines, reporter Allie LaForce. Allie, take it away.
Last season, Kyrie was outspoken that the Nets were missing a big piece. Brooklyn has gone from a young team that seemed ahead of schedule to one defined by big-name stars. So the question is, can the team maintain their unified culture with those big names on board? Guys?
Yeah, that's a big question, Allie. Thanks. Boy, Grant, you look at these rosters, a lot of talent in the backcourt.
Ooh, talent indeed. And having a talented backcourt is a recipe for success in the NBA. As the game has evolved through the years, it is paramount to have players who can pass, who can dribble, who can make decisions with the basketball. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of talented players out there who can make some pretty good decisions here in this game.
And score the ball. We got a chance to have a high-scoring affair in this one. And now the Washington Wizards starters. Down low, it's Hachimura and Bryant. Russell Westbrook out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Avdia in at the small forward position. And for the Nets, Dinwiddie and Irving, the backcourt tandem. Durant is the 4 with Allen in at the 5. And it's LeVert in at the small forward position. Now here's Irving. Pass to Durant for 3. Westbrook with the rebound. The Wizards on offense. He shoots a 3. That one no good. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Well, Grant, Russell Westbrook, not your prototypical pure point guard by a long shot. All right, so how do you evaluate him as a floor general?
BA is simply 2 words: fearless and relentless. He is a prolific playmaker. Now, throughout his career, some have questioned his decision-making, but I'll take all the great things that he does on the court to help his team win over that.
The Nets have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Pass to Durant. Driving in. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
And the basket by Westbrook.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. Can't hit that one. Now Washington takes it the other way. Hachimura outside. On the take. The rebound by Allen.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Pass to Durant. And it's Durant with the finish.
Now, this is impressive. Durant showing you all of that creativity with that one.
Westbrook outside. Back to Beal. Launches a 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Irving. Here he goes. That one is off. Westbrook with the defensive effort. Washington's gone 1 for 3 from outside so far in this game. Beal outside. Here's the 3. And the ball out of play. The Nets will have it. Some changes for Brooklyn. Jordan comes in for Allen. And Harris is subbed in for LeVert. A big group substitution here for Washington. The Nets have gone only 2 of 7 so far. A cold start. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. The rebound by the Wizards.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Brown drives in, 6 to shoot. Here's Beal. And that one's long.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Now here's Irving. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Outside Durant. And he lobs it up to the rim. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Here's Irving. Drills the baseline jumper.
Well, the team does a nice job supporting what Kyrie Irving does. I mean, they've got total trust in his ability, so I think they work a lot harder to set him up.
Now here's Wagner. Pass to Bertans. Into the lane. Oh, ripped away. 46 seconds left now in the first quarter. Here's Luau Cabarro. Here's Irving. The shot that time not on target. And it's Washington the other way. Smith outside. Here's Brown. Pass to Wagner. Up top Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bunga. No good, off the front rim. Irving with it. Fires the three. Here's, and he dunks it down right as the buzzer sounded. Wow!
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nets out in front, they're up by 3. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind of an NBA season.
How can we be the best version of ourselves individually every day, and how can we bring that together to make a great group? And I think that's the focus every day. That's tough in itself. That's the pressure in itself, is the getting up and being laser focused on what your job is every day. And I think a lot of guys in this locker room know how to muster up that focus to, you know, win basketball games.
Well, KD may not be an in-your-face type guy, but he gets his message across.
He does. He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort, defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
So on the floor for the Wizards, Rui Hachimura is out there with Abdia. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Bertans in at the center position, filling out the middle.
You know, if there's one criticism, and I think it's really unfair, that's leveled at Russell Westbrook, it's his scoring efficiency or lack thereof. For his career, he's a little below average in that one category, but you go back to the shooting percentages of some of the greats in the history of the game, and they weren't uber efficient either. So I think that's a bit unfair to Russell Westbrook.
Drives to the hoop. Second shot opportunity. The rebound by Shamet. Well, Clark, if there's a game plan against Westbrook, defenses want to make him a perimeter shooter.
Agreed, and yet he's refined that part of his game, but you certainly don't want him coming downhill, getting to the rack, because he is at his absolute best when he's doing that.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Beal's shot is off. The Nets with the lead. LeVert outside. With the teardrop. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And B.A., when you look at the first few seasons of Caris LeVert's career, he had to deal with injuries in several of them, but he still showed great improvement despite missing so many games.
Shooting 2.
first one falls. Back to LeVert. His last season was his best. He showed he could be a Swiss Army type player.
He looked more and more comfortable with his outside shot. And also, LeVert has found ways to make a difference beyond scoring. He can have big nights on the glass or acting as a bit of a playmaker.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Brooklyn. He's off on the second.
Well, you know what? I think you got to be excited about LeVert's potential. This kid seems to get better and add more to his game every year.
And the basket by Hachimura.
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
The Nets shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. To the left wing. Pass to Allen. Now here's Durant. Takes a three. That's his third basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
And they seem to have a hard time picking good shots in the first quarter, but it's all coming together now for them here.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start. Finding a rhythm right now.
Here's Bryant. Tipped.
It's really hard to shoot over Allen, which is probably why you shouldn't try to do it.
Allen with a screen on Beal. Here's Shamet. Blocked. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bryant. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
That should really give him a jolt. I mean, nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Harris is checked in for Shamet, and Kyrie Irving is subbed in for Dinwiddie. Durant for three. Rebound by the Wizards. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Bonga. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. They set a pick. The rebound by the Nets. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night. Now Irving. LeVert outside. Off target from 3-point range. Westbrook outside. Pass to Hachimura. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5. All right, Grant, how much did the elimination of hand and body checking in the early 2000s really change the game?
Yeah, B.A., it had a huge impact on the game. If you recall, in the 90s, a lot of the games were slugfests. The scores would be in the low 80s at times because the hand checking and the physicality, it really became a defensive game. But since they eliminated that and allowed for freedom of movement in the game, it's really highlighted the excellence and great play of the offensive players in the NBA. And as a result, scoring's up. It's fun to watch. Fans are more engaged. And overall, a fun game to participate in and to watch.
That free throw good from Irving.
You know, Kyrie Irving clearly entering what should be the prime of his career. I mean, taking more of a scorer approach with the Nets. I think he's got the skill set to be a dominant lead guard, perhaps in the mold of a James Harden, Devin Booker type, with his own flair and flavor, of course.
So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. Clark, last season, Irving shooting more times than he has ever in his career.
You know, B.A., I think it was out of necessity. I mean, with the Nets' injuries, Kyrie had to step into taking more shots. I think he's still deadly from outside, and even with the increased volume, Kyrie's one of the more efficient, high-scoring guards you'll see, and clearly, perhaps the best layup maker in the game right now from the guard position.
Pass to Wagner. Now Brown. Green's checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Smith. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Oh, got a piece of it to the paint. Here's Bunga, takes the 12-footer and hits it. There's 39 seconds left in the first half of this game. Outside Irving, from behind the arc, and the net's another three.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Washington trailing. Smith left side. Inside. Here's Luau Cabarro. And here is Irving. Lets the three fly. Doesn't go for him. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. It's the Nets. They lead by 8. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They didn't get more than a one-possession lead in the period. 3 points was as big as it got. They were firmly in control in the second quarter, and their lead stands at 8 here at halftime. Shaq, let's get your take on Brooklyn.
Well, they played excellent defense. You know, they set the tone by getting down and dirty at the defensive end. They really control the momentum with the attitude and the toughness. They might need to make some adjustments in the second half, but so far, they look good, just like me.
Kenny, your take on Washington so far?
I'd really like to see them attack the rim a little bit. Change the game up, man. Generate some more easy baskets. Part of the reason they're behind is because they've been outclassed inside. They haven't been able to drive the ball, dish the ball. They need to pound it in the paint more if they want to win this basketball game.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
The Wizards shooting poorly, just 29% from the floor in this game. Durant is the 4 with Allen in at the 5. Dinwiddie and Irving, the backcourt tandem. And it's LeVert in at the 3. So that's the Nets 5. Avdia from outside. No luck on that one. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Dinwiddie outside. Allen a screen. Dinwiddie on the attack. And he makes it. Dinwiddie's got his first points of the night.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
And, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's Beal. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Beal's got 5.
We all know Beal might be a shorter off guard at 6'3", but Bradley has heart. He plays way bigger than that listed height.
Irving finds Dinwiddie. Three-pointer, no good. The Wizards have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half.
Well, you know, Spencer Dinwiddie is somebody that still occasionally gets slept on, but it's becoming less and less frequent because of his natural scoring ability and his ability to do it at both guard spots. I mean, he plays with great confidence and is a good finisher at the rim, too.
Durant with it. Beal picks him up. That's good from Durant on the assist from Irving. 9 points in the game.
What a unique combination of height, athleticism, and ball skills. Durant can make some unbelievable finishes because of it.
And for Dinwiddie, he's not a great shooter from outside, but Clark, he gets it done.
Yeah, he's a scorer, B.A. That's what he is. He's a volume scorer. I mean, he can play as a starter or as your 6th man, and he'll give you value in either spot. I just like the way he creates and makes plays and keeps the pedal to the metal offensively.
Three-pointer, Beal. Rebound, Brooklyn. Now here's Irving. He's got 9. Dinwiddie outside. No good on the 3.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Dinwiddie against Beal. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Beal, no good.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Irving finds Durant. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Man, Durant is a flat-out baller, showing off his wily strength on these tough finishes. He's a thin guy, but he's a strong guy.
So Washington going with an almost entire new group here. And Grant, you were a point forward. For half a decade, the leader in assists among non-point guards. Now, does it seem like we're seeing more players in that mold nowadays?
Yeah, no question, B.A. A number of guys, LeBron James comes to mind. Giannis Antetokounmpo has the ball in his hands a lot and was called to be a decision maker for the Milwaukee Bucks. Look at Denver and the Joker. I mean, he's essentially a point center, and he's out here making plays, arguably the best passing big of all time. And so, yeah, you're seeing more and more players who are non-point guards with the ball in their hands, assisting, being facilitators. I love how this game has evolved in that way.
Keeps the ball moving for sure.
That's true.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The Wizards are rebuilding and rebranding their organization around the term monumental basketball. Looking at best practices, they've staffed up with top talent, they're defining roles and responsibilities. Guys, the goal here is to create a patient and a collaborative approach that yields to long-term success.
And Allie calls for optimism in the DMV. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here. So we'll see Troy Brown go to the line here. It'll go on Joe Harris. You know, Grant, you watch Brown. He is such a smooth athlete, but he's willing to do the dirty work, too.
He really crashes the glass, and he also will fight through screens, deny the ball, plays the passing lane so well. You just love his activity and the fact that he's always involved.
Free throw, no good for Brown. The Nets have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Dinwiddie outside.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this, and very impressive. No quitting these guys.
50 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's Wagner, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Pass to Durant. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
Smith outside. Pass to Bertans from the arc. Rebound Brooklyn. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. With 1 on the clock. And that'll do it for the third quarter. It's the Nets leading by 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. So on the floor for the Wizards, they've got Rui Hachimura. Bradley Beal's out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Davis Bertans, and it's Avdia in at the 3.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Beal, no good.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Irving, the pass to LeVert. This one for 3. No luck on that one. And Washington the other way now. Westbrook finds Beal. Bertans with a screen on LeVert. Beal attacking. Good chance here for Westbrook. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper.
You know, Westbrook always in control. He gets the shot that he wants to. And over time, that can just wear out a defense.
Pass to Irving. And Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. Bryant, he's checked in for Bertans. About 1 minute played here in the 4th quarter. Here's Durant. A good-looking shot from the wing. And the Nets lead by 5.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Here's Beal. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And after having carried Washington for quite a while, last year, Beal finally spoke up about the culture of his team. He said, "I don't like losing. It's going to keep blowing up for me until we start winning."
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. You know, I think when Beal was asked what in the culture is missing, he said having that winning attitude and winning habits.
You're so true, B.A., and this is not an attempt to get traded at all. Beal had just signed a big extension. It was the kind of statement that we've heard from a number of veterans as of late. They feel that some players, especially young players, don't have their priorities in order. Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Out to the wing. Allen, the pass to Durant. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pass to Westbrook. Over Irving. Westbrook can't hit.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And here's Durant. Allen with a screen on Bryant. Durant on the attack. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Well, that dribble gives KD the momentum he needs, and you can see his teammates already loading up with smiles as he explodes to the cup. What you expect from Westbrook coming up big in the biggest moments.
The Nets have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Back to Irving. Three-pointer. Hits a three-pointer.
An elite score, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Timeout called. The Wizards. One of the stories here, Kevin Durant. He's getting it done today.
Well, you know, he's destroying them right now, guys. This defense has to make an adjustment to try and cool him off.
Time now to present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
Incredible. I mean, he found his rhythm out there tonight, and he's really let his offense come to him. He hasn't forced the issue, and because of this, it's allowed him to get into a comfort zone.
Boy, you can see the amazing relationship he's built with the hometown fans, and it motivates him to always give them his very best. over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the hoop attempt. LeVert outside. Outside Durant. Allen a screen. Durant with it. Hachimura covering. Outside for LeVert. Pass to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the drive. And he banks in the layup. And now it's a 9-point Nets lead.
I got a question for you. How do you defend Irving in the pick and roll? He's so quick and his ball handling is so good. Absolutely, virtually impossible.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Shot clock at 5. To the wing on the left. Allen finds Dinwiddie. No good on the triple. Wizards have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Beal, the pass to Bryant. Westbrook against Irving. Westbrook, that's good.
One thing you can count on with Westbrook, he is always in attack mode. That's 24/7.
Here's Durant.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Free throws good from Durant.
Yeah, you look at Durant's numbers, 50, 40, 90. He's made that club multiple times. One of the few players to accomplish that. And he seems to threaten those numbers virtually every year.
For 3, Westbrook. Westbrook missing again. Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Here's Irving. Rebounded by Russell Westbrook.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Here's Hachimura. Bryant, left side. Pass to Beal. The 3 is up. Rebound, Brooklyn. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Irving with it. This one belongs to Brooklyn. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.